Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you're here to find out about the coffee pot, I'll put a timestamp on the screen right here so you can jump straight to that bit, because this is a daily vlogging, well, daily life vlogging channel that I upload on about 4 days a week. I also have a shopping channel, but this vlog is a daily vlog. But if you want to know about the coffee pot, jump straight to that section and I will make it coffee pot specific for you, and I'll chapter it in the play bar. So just click down there. And to the rest of you, well, it's Friday today, isn't it? I have not got to go anywhere at all. Got my boyfriend coming this evening, so I'm going to cook him food. But my daughter wants to cook and buy her own food from now on. I'm sceptical about how this is going to work, but I'm going with it because I'm all for supporting moves of independence that she may initiate. So I'm going with it. It's complicating the cupboard situation a little bit because we've got duplicated items and some are hers and some are mine. But it does mean I can put all sorts of extra things in the curry that I would normally not put in if she was eating, because she's a bit fussy about things and also got a bazillion allergies. So anyway, that simplifies that. So I can make a super hot curry later with lots of real chilies in. What else? So yesterday I stayed fairly local. I was doing a lot of uni work. It's study week at the moment, so we're not technically physically in uni, although I did go in one day for a rehearsal. So I was doing a lot of stuff for my ensemble project. I was working on arrangements and notating parts for that. I've also got a couple of concerts within the university context in the next couple of weeks, 2 different ones with different sets of repertoire, so I've been prioritising practicing those things as well as doing my normal sort of maintenance of technique. Oh, I'm so ready for some leisure time, some just dedicated time off, but it's not the right time. I'm absolutely sure it's not the right time. I just want to crack on and get things done that need doing for my course. The end is definitely in sight. Mid-May I'll be finished, then I'll just be doing my YouTube and my gigs then till the autumn. So I'm just kind of holding out. It's the light at the end of the tunnel. Just keep focused, keep focused. It's not for very much longer really in the grand scheme of things. Speaking of flute, I'm going to go do that in a minute. First I'm going to go and do 3/4 of an hour of warm-up, scales, etc. And then after that I'm either going to have lunch or unbox a gifted thing. Well, partially gifted thing. I broke my coffee pot, didn't I? You might remember I smashed the jug part of it to smithereens. I've kept the other bits just in case IB needed it for spares, in case his electronic-y bits broke, then we can just switch and mix and match. But somebody, thank you so much to Christopher, has gifted me some money on PayPal to put towards the cost of a replacement item. So I have bought myself one and it's here and it's waiting to be unboxed, but I have things to do first. So I will get back to you with that fairly shortly. My flute news is I bust 2 pads. You might remember from one of my recent vlogs I said I'd bust one of them, which was this one here. You may notice the cling film and sellotape fix-it job. The other one, which I bust later, is this one here. Yes, you may notice more cling film, and it's going to have to be cling filmed like that in my concert that I'm doing because I haven't got time to get it done. In the meantime, well, I mean, I have time, but the fixer is away on holiday, having a lovely time, I hope. And I'm very much looking forward to going to see her to get the flute fixed because it was a very enjoyable experience last time. And you'll see why when I go. Right, I'm going to get back to work and I shall catch up with you later. It's about 1 o'clock now, so I did about 50 minutes practice. I'm raring to do more actually, so I'm just making another cuppa. And am I out of focus? I'm in manual. No, I'm not. I'm in automatic. I'm deliberately using my other lens so it's quicker to film with. Anyway, I digress. Isabel's just had a lovely thing through the post, or so she thinks. Anyways, the Lady Gaga's new CD, she pre-ordered it in January and it's come out today apparently, and so she's up in her room coveting this thing. It's funny, isn't it, how our young people, well, my young person anyway, is really going back to solid CDs, like physical CDs. Like for me now, I'm delighted with downloads and streaming. It saves so much faffing around and storing physical things. I love streaming. I know a lot of musicians hate it because they don't get enough money because you have to have a heck of a lot of streams or listens to make the equivalent of what you would from selling a physical CD, so I understand that. Although on platforms like Spotify there is often an option to donate type thing when you support them financially, so you could do that But I love the convenience of streaming, especially as a musician, when I've got to learn lots of things. Like, okay, this week we're learning this one, this one, this one. I can just open up my phone and it's there on Spotify. I'm good to go. Anyway, these young people, they love a physical CD. It's like merch to them. It's like turned into merch, wanting a physical bit. And when she buys these CDs, I think she does occasionally play them, but most of the time she streams them anyway. So that's where the world is at the moment with that. Anyway, I did a thing. I finally labelled my folders recital pieces and ensembles pieces. Missed out the L on the ensemble, so I had to squeeze that in. And I accidentally put an S on recital, so I could Tipp-Ex that out. What am I flipping like? I tell you what, I love digital. I love digital notes as well, because you can just correct things, and it's as if there was never a mistake there in the first place. I'm on one today. Yeah, a couple of weeks ago, I packed my folder really carefully and then grabbed the wrong one. It was really annoying. And so I had to wing it all day with the wrong sheet music and things. Anyway, hopefully not anymore now I've done this. Speaking of it, I'm going to work on my ensemble pieces now for the 2 concerts that are coming up imminently. What do we see here before our very eyes? A zoomed in close-up of my food that I'm just reheating. The whole pan's been in the fridge, as you can probably tell by that condensation on the lid there. Luckily for me, I've got such an enormous fridge that once my food is completely cold, and I'm very fanatical about that because I've got medication in there, we must not raise that fridge temperature. Once it's completely cold, I can put a whole saucepan full of food in that fridge. There's room. So it's a very simple matter then the next day to simply reheat it straight in the pan. So what have we got? Well, these bits here are sort of like fake chicken. It's vegan, I think. I got it reduced to clear from Tesco the other day, and if you watch my shopping channel, you'll have seen that being purchased at the time. As I mentioned, my daughter wants to cook and eat separately, so part of me is jumping for joy because I've been denying myself things that I love to eat because I just know that she doesn't like them. And also, my carb consumption has gone out of control. This seems to happen with an annual pattern, my carb consumption, right? Christmas happens, chocolates, cakes, biscuits, goodies, desserts. It's almost as if it all goes out of the window, all this thinking about my food as being fuel for my body. All of a sudden it's like, hey, let's just eat lots of stuff we like and not care. But I always over purchase chocolates, and we also get gifted them, and so there's like a trickle of still consuming chocolatey things after Christmas. And it's now March, I've still got chocolates in the house, and I'm nibbling away at them, like maybe 3 or 4 a day of them, of these little chocolates, and they are very delicious and make a very nice afternoon snack just when I'm flagging. But there was a time when Izzy had moved out that I made a conscious effort to substitute a lot of the extra carbohydrate, particularly refined, for just more vegetables and more pulses, lots of good nutritious things that have actually got nutritional content rather than empty calories. And chowing down on bread and pasta and pastry, it's just, I don't think it suits me that well. I think I should eat more of this sort of stuff. So this is an example of a meal without a lot of carb, because rather than having it with potatoes or with rice or with pasta, I'm going to have to stir it. I'm just having it on its own, although I did put some cheese in it. On it, not in it. Cheddar grated on the top, and it was delicious. But you see, that's not carb, is it? It's protein. So I'm going to try it and get back to the old me, but uni is not helping. It's so much easier to make a sandwich than this. It really is. But there we are. I hope this footage and audio is alright, because I'm experimenting again. I'm using my zoom lens, and I'm just basically standing back as opposed to where I normally stand. Ooh, a nice spot. Yeah, you don't want to see that. Anyway, I've had a letter back from the bowel screening people. If you didn't watch my couple of vlogs a while back, I had the test kit. I've turned 50. The NHS sent me a lovely little birthday present of a bowel testing kit. I talked about that in those vlogs. If you'd like more information on that, go back and watch those. I'll link them in the description if you like. Somebody will always complain about, you know, that sort of thing, say it's gross and, you know, complain. I knew it would happen, and it will probably happen again. I think it's important to share this kind of thing. The thing is, with a daily vlog, is throughout our days, we pick up bits of information, we discover new things, and when you've got a vlog, you can put those things that you discover as part of your succinct package with a daily narrative. It makes it a lot more absorbable when it's part of a story and it's relatable. I think it's really important opportunity for me to include things like this which can help people to potentially save their lives. So I'm sorry if you felt a bit grossed out out by me talking about the kit. I was very minimal, I thought, with my description of it. I kept it to a bare minimum, just the basics, but sometimes just the familiarity with how a process is can make the difference between somebody attempting it or not. So I am keeping it in. I'm sorry you got grossed out. Anyway, right, this is the letter. I'm not going to show it to you because it's got my private details on it. So thank you for taking the time to complete and return your bowel screening test kit. Your results show that you do not need any further investigations at this time. You will be sent another test kit in 2 years if you remain in the eligible age range of 50 to 74. Yeah, I think I'll still be in that age range in 2 years. It does point out, and I've said this in the last vlog about it, screenings may miss some cancers. It's not absolutely foolproof. It's a little snapshot of one little bit of a sample. Okay, there's still a chance you might have bowel cancer. It's not 100% foolproof, but don't let that put you off doing the kit, because they might find something and then you can get treated super early. And also, don't take it as read that you're perfectly fine just because it's come back negative. If you get the slightest bit of symptom, just go get it checked out. Right, that's it. I'm getting off that topic now. Lecture over. I'm going to have my lunch. I might have gone a little crazy with the cheese. It's that time of the afternoon when I'm going to do the coffee pot unboxing, quick explanation of how it works, and I'm going to tell you what I think about it, because I've been using one of these for many months, since, I don't know, I can't remember exactly when it was, Christmas-ish time, it might have been longer. But what basically happened, well, I'll tell you what happened to mine in a minute. It wasn't its fault, exactly. It was my fault, I think. Right, let's get into this thing. Thank you again, a massive thank you to Christopher for contributing to the cost of this. They're currently retailing for about £48. You can get much bigger ones, but they're nearly £100, so I didn't upgrade, although if money had been no object, I definitely would have. My boyfriend's got one of these and he uses it every day as well, and he loves it. Ta-da! Regular viewers to this channel will be like, oh, this is a bit of a deja vu, isn't it? The last one I got was soaking wet. That was a long story behind that. Yeah, I've been missing mine since I broke it. I definitely, you know, was thinking, oh, I've got used to it now. I got it by accident. It's a long story. Shall I just tell you quickly? No, I won't. All right, here it comes. Ta-da! There it is. This is not all of it. This is the bit that goes into the base. I'd been rather hoping they would just sell the top bit for less money, but that didn't seem to be an option. I had a little look. Maybe it is. Maybe I was wrong. So there's the base bit. It's a bit like a cordless kettle, you know. You just stick it on there. You know when you get something new, you're all kind of fingers and thumbs and awkward with it? Well, I'm not with this because I've been using one for months. Right, there's the label come off. So basically, they call it a 4-cup. It's like 4 little shots. Now, I'm somebody that likes a sort of 3 shots, I'd say, in a long coffee, because I have a big mug full. I have about 3 shots worth and top it up with hot water and milk. And that's not for everybody, but that's just my own particular preference. And I tend to have mostly decaffeinated in there with a little bit of caffeine, so I do my own mix, really. So I don't blow my head off, basically, but I like the taste of strong, but I don't like the feeling of strong, if you know what I mean. So that's kind of how I overcome that. I actively reduce the amount of caffeine in it. Now, to use one of these, it's like the old traditional stovetop one. Unscrew this bit. Oops. So the water goes in there. That's pristine looking at the moment. When the water's in, that goes in. You put your coffee in. I'm not sure what that's for. I wonder if it's for, like, I think it's probably, I'm guessing, I haven't read it. I think it's for if you only want to do half the strength, and then put that on the top. But I'm guessing, I don't really know. Anyway, that then screws onto there. You know, once that's got coffee in it and that's got water in it, and you put it on the base, plonk, like that, and then it just gradually does. But I'll demonstrate that for you now anyway. So what happened to my other one? This bit, I dropped it, it smashed to smithereens. Now, I've never actually dropped a normal metal one, but I'd imagine they wouldn't smash to smithereens. Maybe the handle might bash off, I don't know. It was absolutely beyond repair. So that's what happened to my other one. Right, let's pop a bit of water in here. I tend to do it up to where the valve is. You can see on the inside where that is. Just however it's done it. So we can put that straight on there. Now, I'm not going to. I'm going to fill it up before I put that on, because I'll end up dropping coffee on it and then I'll have to clean it. It's easier to wipe it off the surface. So that goes in there now. I'm going to add my coffee now. You can have your mix you like. Look at the state of that decaf, that did say once before it got all smudged. I probably should have done it in a Sharpie. I bet I did it in a kiddie's one. Water washable or something. Right, so this is decaffeinated going in. And here comes a little bit of caffeinated, but obviously you do what you like. Do however you want. All calf, no calf. I don't squash it down too hard. I did wonder if this is meant for squashy downies. I never use it. Well, see, I told you I'd drop it, didn't I? I've overfilled that now. It's because I'm distracted with the camera. So don't pack it, just like gently dabbly, but oh, I'm making a right mess now. I don't normally go through this much mess. I am a messy girl, but not that bad. Right, so now this goes on. Actually, I'm going to just give that a quick rinse because that's the first time I've used it. That's plugged in now, so that goes on. And then it's just on. And I can't believe I've just spilled that coffee everywhere. But this will just do itself, and it shouldn't, according to my boyfriend anyway, it shouldn't overheat. So, does it taste better than the other one? Yes, I think, my personal opinion is it does taste better than the normal stovetop one. And the reason I think this is because no matter how vigilant I think I'm being with the pot, I quite often miss that point when it comes just to the sort of, the point where it needs to switch off. Whereas, according to my boyfriend anyway, this doesn't overheat. It will not. It's designed not to. And so it comes out lovely. So which is better, this or this? Well, I mean, it depends, doesn't it? Depends what you want. You can get more out of this one. I get 2 triple shot coffees out of that one, so I do reheat the second lot, or if I'm doing a sippy cup, you know, a whatchamacallit, a takeaway coffee cup for uni or something, I'll do one and have it in the house and then tip the other one straight in to the cup, top it up with hot water, and I've got 2 coffees made at once. So look, can you see what's happening there? Action shot. Here it comes. Oh, it's making the noise. So theoretically now, it shouldn't overheat. So if I'm upstairs cleaning my teeth or finishing up getting dressed or something, it shouldn't, you know, get ruined. So I was doing pros and cons, wasn't I? That's cheaper. That's a fraction of a cost. I can't remember how much that was, but they vary in price a bit. Have a look online, see how much they cost. That's so much cheaper. That's expensive. That's an extravagance. I'm really pleased I got it. I got it by accident. Right, I'm going to try and be quick. Sorry to my viewers that I've heard this story before. I bought one of these for my boyfriend for Christmas. It just didn't turn up. It was lost. It was missing in action. It's supposed to be delivered at my house. He, not knowing I'd bought him one, bought himself one, and he thought, well, it's a bit small, but I'm going to give it a go. He loves it now. He wouldn't be without it. I tried to get a refund on my old one because it hadn't turned up. I got a refund, and then it turns out that next door had collected it out of a puddle in the rain because it hadn't been put in the proper place, and they'd had it weeks, and it was in a sopping wet box, but it worked perfectly fine. I contacted Amazon and they said, just keep the pot. We won't charge you. It's fine. But the point is that I'm making is I didn't buy it for me in the first place, but I liked it so much I would have got another one. Right, it's coffee time. The smell of that has been driving me wild. I'm ready for a cuppa. I'm going to take it up to my desk and do some work and support my lovely coffee. I'm having this barista almond today. Oh, I'm merging out of the tutorial section / review, whatever it is section, and back to my daily life now. So if you're here just for the coffee pot bit, thank you very much for watching this bit. You're free to, you know, watch the rest of the video and all of them. But, you know, you might not be into them. Oh, there's the kettle boiling. I'm a musician, by the way. A musician and content creator, and I'm currently studying an MA music at university as a very mature student at age 50. That's a little summary about me in case you want to watch the rest of my videos. Bye. Coffee time. I prefer the coconut one of these, but they were sold out, so I had this instead, which is nice enough. Oh, another plus. I've gone off the tutorial a bit now, but I'm back on it. You know, like the other ones, I don't know if you know this, they can dribble everywhere and they end up all over the worktop. Not that one, it's a smooth pour by comparison. There we are. See, another disadvantage for me, because there's coffee left in that pot now, but not really enough for a nice strength coffee as I like it. So I'll end up reheating that and adding it to the next bit, which is another downside to that pot for me, personally. Right, thank you for listening to this bit. I'm going to go do some work. I'll talk to you in a bit. Working. Honest. It's 5:24. You know what? I've still not paid for my boiler repair. I've been chasing the company. It feels like it's been a couple of weeks. I'm not sure. That's strange, isn't it? I've had this issue with this company before. They're around like a flash when you need them. They do a brilliant job. They're nice. They're pleasant no matter which staff member comes around. Do a fantastic job. They're rubbish at invoicing. You'd have thought, you know, they'd be there like a flash. Give me the money. But they're not. I don't know what's happened. I hope everything's okay, but this is not uncommon. I had the same thing with the toilet repair years ago. I don't even know if I paid it. I think I might have given up chasing them in the end. I've no idea how much it is. Ever since then, my whole bathroom's been changed. So, I don't know. It's years ago. Okay, it's 6 o'clock. I've made some good progress. I'm feeling really good about myself. I love creative work. I love it. I get completely lost in it. I lose all sense of time passing and I find it very rewarding. So I've been thoroughly enjoying writing a piano part to this traditional Chinese tune, which is something we're going to incorporate into our assessed group piece. But right now I have 1 hour before my boyfriend is due to arrive and I am going to cook him curry. I'll do one last check, make sure my daughter isn't going to change her mind and join us. And if she isn't, I'm going to put a lot of stuff in it that she wouldn't normally eat. Oh, and that reducing my carbs thing, it's a work in progress. I caved and had some of these Hotel Chocolat pink champagne truffles. There were 6 in there. There are now 3. You can't see there. So yes, I have yommed a couple of those, but it didn't have speed my brain up for work. Okay, so the answer was yes, she would like some, but can it be very, very mild because she's not feeling too well? So I've done her a separate pot. That's hers. And this is ours. There's all sorts of veggies in there out of my fridge. It was all those reduced to clear things I got the other day and a few other things. It's 6:45 in the evening right now. My boyfriend is due in 1/4 hour. I think I'm going to wrap this up before he arrives so I don't have to juggle him and you because he doesn't like to be on camera. You know that if you're a regular viewer. If you're new, you don't know that. He's got the nickname IB now because it stands for Invisible Boyfriend, but he is actually real. We don't live together. We've been together absolutely ages. 15 years, I want to say, something like that. Anyway, still going strong after all this time. Thank you very much for watching today's video. Please give it a like if you happen to like it. Subscribe to watch more videos from me. Click on a playlist to watch more videos right now, and I'll see you in the next video. Good night.